Hello and welcome back to the Code Me event channel. My name is still Gabor Sabo and with me is Ivett still. How are you?
Hi.
In this episode, we're going to start with the Visual Studio code sharing facility. We're going to set it up. In the previous video, we already used it, and we set it up before the video. Now we are going to start with this, right?
Yeah, let's show people how this is done.
Yes. So I'm going to share the screen for now. Just a second, rearranging the windows. Here we already have the Visual Studio code. I already have installed and as you saw in the previous video, the live share plugin, right? And what I need to do is I click on this. I already have the source code open here. Some files, doesn't really matter, the directory. So you know that when I say it, I can use file, open folder, or I can go open recent and open one of my recent projects. So
actually you have the project open that we are working on. That's the bottom line.
I tried it with someone else, and there we had to, I think, for each project we had to start the sharing separately. Then I click on the share because I am the one who starts this session. This does some magic, and it says that here, I don't know, you see it, I guess, even if you can't read it because letters are too small. Invitation link copied to clipboard. Okay, and now I can just paste it in the chat. This no one will see, but Ivett. And so now I pasted the link and HTTPS something. And now I'm going to give the share to Ivett so she can show, so you can show. We are talking to each other now. I don't know if I'm talking to all other people in the video. So you can show what happens on your side. Okay, when you get this link.
So here we go. I also have to open this plugin here. I click on join. Yeah, I have to sign in. Apparently, I wasn't signed in now. So
yeah, I think I was already signed in as GitHub. So
I have to make sure that I have the window that is right window. Just give me a second. So I have to, and you don't see that, but on my other screen, I'm just enabling this application. Why do I have to do this? Yeah, for some reason I have to sign into my work account as well, which is weird. Okay. So now that I signed into GitHub, now it's actually working, and now I can just paste the
link I sent
there.
You, right?
Exactly. And there we go. Suddenly you can see that something is happening here. And in a second,
again, since it's now synchronizing the list of files and directories in the project from my machine to yours.
Exactly. So it's now doing some work in the backend. Let's hope that it doesn't take too long. Usually it takes less time, right?
Let me check if
you have to approve it. You have to approve it on your end.
All right. So we could switch back, but I just got a pop-up now. Guest Anonymous requested to join the collaboration.
But you can show it if you want to.
Yeah, but why is it says guest user Anonymous? And it's gone, and the request is gone. So maybe you need to send it again.
And I'm gonna redo the request again. Then you can share your screen and show how it looks on your end. So now I am actually doing the requests. And now.
And here it comes up and it says anonymous requested to join. It's really strange. Accept read-only, read-write.
Right.
But it's really strange that it doesn't know that that's you.
Yeah, because I'm apparently not logged in. But now I can take over screen share and show that on my end, the code actually appeared. So as you can see, I have this same code on this.
And you see it in smaller letters because they are far away. So the text is on my computer and you're far away, and that's why it looks much smaller, right?
No, I just have the font set to a smaller side, right?
Okay.
And I have a larger screen. Okay, so that's it. And now I can actually edit your code. You can edit your own as well, and we can work together in a proper pair.
Yeah. By the way,
like we used to in the civilized times before COVID.
Yeah, but by the way, have you tried it? We tried it with this other person that opening a terminal, and then the other person had to ask me permission to use my terminal to run.
Yeah.
And but that could happen. I mean, you could run any code on my terminal, which is so frightening.
Yeah, but by the way, there are also other really nice tools. I actually did a presentation about it last night at XTC. Okay. So there is at least a dozen different code sharing tools available by now. So COVID really gave this this kind of feature a push, and a lot of companies are creating really nice tools. And I wouldn't even say that Visual Studio Code is the best in this realm.
Yeah.
IntelliJ products have a much better code sharing capability.
Which one?
IntelliJ.
IntelliJ, yeah.
All right.
So PyCharm. So for Python, it would be PyCharm, right?
Yeah, and for JavaScript, it's WebStorm. For PHP, it's PHP Storm. For Java, it's IntelliJ. But actually, IntelliJ, if you buy the professional edition, then it supports all of the languages that any of the IntelliJ, any of the gender.
I'm sure it's only a flag somewhere, and then like it's the same software.
Yeah, it's obviously the same software. They just disable certain features.
Yeah. Okay. So what are we going to do now?
Yeah. So we were the last time we were finishing. We were about to implement the invite button, and the problem with the invite button was that if we invite someone, we also have to say who is it that we are inviting, right?
Yeah. And
that was our problem, and we wanted to come up with some solution to that. So yeah, and we actually have, if you go to the code, we actually left a comment there. So show invited button for each other player. And when clicked, it makes that player the sharing player and timer restarts. Yeah, so basically that's what we are trying to do. So let's kind of, yeah, kind of
so here
don't really remember how we built this up. So let's look around a bit.
So here in the game players, we have this the player, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the player has all these modify buttons. So we'll have to have another button that will either appear or not. Mm-hmm. Okay, that will appear. So I guess we'll have to have here another button called invite me or whatever.
Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe we shouldn't go down that route, because on the long term, I would rather see a list of the users anyway. So
Okay.
how about we instead try to implement the proper menu of
Okay.
user of
So like a
players.
selection, list of
Yeah,
a
selection
selector.
button or
So open a
something.
selector.
Mm-hmm.
So then
Yeah.
you have to create, I guess,
Oh, we could actually
a selector that we show or not. That
Mhm.
already has the list.
So how about this? How about we go to player, and here we do something like next to invite, we are going to, oops, sorry. For now, it will always show, and then later we can implement some logic that hides it sometimes. But we are going to do an
Select. It's a select and then options inside.
And then the options. And the select will contain where we have the player. Oh, this is just one player, and we don't have the area.
I think
this
should be in game players, not in the per player. It should be players. That we don't need it for every player, this list.
Yeah, because I wanted to show it next to the invite button, and then we cannot show it next to the invite button. But if we go to game players, then we have all of the players here.
Wait a second. Let's look at the UI. So we have let's say you have an invite button here, and then at here somewhere it appears. Okay, the selector, right? I don't know. Okay, whatever.
Oh wait, I have an idea. How about we go back even further and look at app.js. And here we have then gameplay. Sorry, I'm looking around in the code.
Yeah, you have to tell me where.
How about we do something like can you go, scroll a bit down to game players in the gameplay JS? Yeah, and we could include something like the options here. And we will only display it when someone click the invite button.
It's select.
Yeah, sorry, select. Right, you're right. Okay, and then we can do players map.
And this is an option. No, this is an option.
And the value will be the player ID. And then we will have a player name here. Let's look at this. Let's look at. Oh, sorry. Oh. Let's look at how this looks like. Oh, there is a syntax error. Return. Oh, I don't need the brackets. No, that's not the problem. Oh, I know what's the problem. We don't need that. Okay. Okay, and now we have the drop down there.
Yeah.
So now we can actually say that this will only appear when someone, and maybe we can make it so that when it appears, then the game players disappears. So we could do something like How did we do conditional?
Now let me search for that. It is end.
Yeah, we had some kind of end.
Like this.
So if
No, this wasn't this, but
no, yeah, it's not the one. Game phase, yeah, here we have it. So yeah, we just do a curly brace, and then in that we do a conditional. So we could say that we introduce a new state.
you're in the game players, right? No. No, gameplay. We were in the gameplay, sorry.
Yeah, so we need a new sticky state, which will be actually you can follow. There is a follow feature in live share so that you see.
How do you set this up?
You go to maybe down there, or yeah, there. You have recent contacts, and maybe you can just right click it or something. No, that's not the one. Maybe. I'm trying to look for it. I don't find it. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let me try this thing. VS Code live share follow. Follow and focus. Click on their name in the participants list in the Live Explorer view or customer. The circle next to their name will fill in to indicate you are following them.
Okay, it doesn't seem to work. Anyway, then I'm gonna tell you where I am.
But these are like contacts. Name in the participants list in the Live Share Explorer.
Oh, up there. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Now you are following me. Okay. So now we can introduce a new sticky state, and it's gonna be called inviting. Set inviting. And it's going to be yeah, we need a key, and we also need a default value, which will be false in our case. And now what we can do is say that this shows up if inviting is false, and this shows up if it's true. And then what we can do is we can say here that set inviting is true. And I'm just going to hack this in for now. I'm just going to say that select on change. And it's going to be a function. Actually, we will do this different later on, but for now, it's just going to set inviting to false. So this does the basic logic of showing the drop down and then making it disappear. Can we take a look?
let's take a look at it.
Yeah, so now if you click invite, and it works, and then you can click on either Alice or Bob. Okay, that doesn't work.
Nothing happens. Let me check
Okay,
this
select
one.
what does select have?
Console. Unknown event handler property on change.
We don't have on change.
No. It's
Oh,
there's a
I
typo.
actually mistyped. Try it now. And it works.
Okay. So if I invite,
We don't hear you. You are muted.
Change.
Or do I hear you now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I wasn't hearing you for a second there. Okay.
Okay, so it works, but well, we have these couple of issues, of course, that one that it shows now the same person's name as well.
Yeah, that we
Inviter,
can get rid of. Yeah.
And that I mean, right now I can't select Alice.
Yeah, because
because it's only on change. So maybe we need to start with nothing.
Yeah, so I
and
can
only include or have a button here.
So actually, if you go to the code, then it's pretty easy to fix. You can just say that we had a select and oops, sorry.
No, option.
Oh, sorry. Option, please.
That's inside between the two.
True.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's going to be disabled. Let's try it. Works.
Not really, because it's disabled, and that therefore it doesn't show. It doesn't. It's not the default. Maybe because it's disabled. So I click on invite, and I immediately get Alice.
Okay. How about we?
I mean, you don't have to disable it.
Yeah, because by default it is please select. Okay, that's it now.
So now I go back to Bob. I invite. So this is the default. And so if we leave it that way, that the on change is happening, then there's no chance that the user can't select the wrong one, or we can verify that that's not happened. But
okay.
But I'm not sure that I like this thing that it automatically selecting, because automatically the on change thing, because people will scroll here, make a mistake. I mean,
okay.
the link this is going to be longer. You will want to jump to the first letter and then.
Okay, so let's do a different solution then. Instead of
I would probably put it in a button there and say, okay. The curl is around the inviting, I think, should be also including this one.
Yeah.
And it doesn't include the select either, the closing of the select. So Should
That's
I?
actually not the one.
No, should I put here?
Yeah, sure. But there is still a problem there.
So where does it start? Is this the opening?
Okay, just
I can't see. There's I think this your cursor here.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the opening. This is the closing of this, closing of this. Oh,
Then
this
we
needs to
need
be a
go
closing of the
that,
players.
yeah.
That's the select, and the whole. So this should be probably in a div.
Oh yeah.
Because they are together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay.
Okay, and now it's just plain red. But it's much better now after reload it. So we just ran out of invite buttons.
Yeah, okay, end the game
And
try.
game.
And maybe increase the number of invite
Yeah.
buttons. 10.
42, it's got.
42, yeah, that's the perfect number.
But we need players as well.
Yeah, too.
Alice, Bob, Cecilia, David. Start playing.
Mm-hmm.
So invite.
Mm-hmm.
It's Alice, the first one. We lost the.
We don't have a name for the button.
No, but you don't. We lost the. That's okay, but yeah, that's also an issue. But we lost the default option because you don't need. You think?
Yeah, I actually removed it on purpose.
Yeah, because you say now that we have a button, you don't need.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Bob and invite. So let's just filter out the player. How does it do this? Players.
You can either use
filter.
Filter, yeah, use filter.
Filter, and it will be player. And then on this one, I'm going to have the map. And if this is the player ID, filter is inclusive or exclusive? I don't know. Filter, filter out. We'll try.
I think it includes what is true.
And who is the current player? Active player index.
Yeah.
But you don't need the index. You need the ID, right?
Yeah.
So it's players.
Although we could use the active player index too.
Isn't it like this?
Yeah, that's one way. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And another equation here. That's good enough.
For some reason, it's complaining.
It doesn't like it. Expected an assignment or function.
Oh, yeah. I know what's the problem.
It wants a return. Okay.
Yeah. Or the other option is that we remove the curly braces too.
Oh.
That's actually cleaner.
Oh, I hate this.
I actually like it, and it's very Java-esque or JavaScript-esque.
Yeah, everything is red. Player, active player index is undefined. That's not the index there.
Why? We do have an active player index here.
But is that index from the players? What if the players is a list array?
Yeah, I think so. So one other option is that we say, instead of player, we say player and index. And we say that we are just going to ask if the index is the active player index. And actually we should say not equal.
Yeah. So let's see what happens now.
Okay.
So where are we? Where are we? Draw card. We can do all kind of things when we shouldn't be able to. But
yeah.
For example, we can draw a card while we are in the middle of invitation.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So
we will solve
who is
that.
the active player? So let's click here because why not? And we can select. Okay, so I say select Cecilia. And now I draw a card, so Bob is the active player, and I click on one of the invites because I can, and now Bob is not there. Cecilia is there, and then we can invite. Okay, so that's good.
So that works. Okay, cool. So yeah, you do have a point with things showing up that shouldn't. How about we use, like, we can make everything disappear and just the drop down to keep the drop down for now.
Even the end game and modify game?
Sure, we could keep that.
I mean, it would behave like whatever window that pops up, and I forgot the name, that you can't do anything behind it.
Yeah. So then this would mean that we need div here, right? And that div should be closed here. And then we should move all of this code down here in here.
And we still have the end game outside, but
yeah, but that was the one that we wanted, right? We said that we are not going to remove that. Okay.
So we invite.
We select.
Invite, end game, modify game, start playing, and we are back to the invitation.
And we could also have, just for good measure, we could also include a cancel invitation button.
Okay.
And if we have that, then now actually, so now we actually have to, okay, we have the use modifier, and now
you have to give back the person the number that you reduced, or you have to reduce the number when the actually invitation is selected.
No, actually, we can yeah, we can give back that number when we are canceling. So, but we should probably first implement the logic that happens when the player is selected, right?
Yeah.
So let's for now comment this out. It's going to be useful later on.
Okay.
Let's first focus on this logic. And that logic should actually be a new function, right? So we have const
okay, so now we have this set inviting, but I think that what we really probably want there is some kind of a multi-value system that has, okay, what window we are showing, like a routing. I mean, we for now we can go with this, but eventually you won't want to have these 20 different flags of what mode you are in. You would probably want one.
Sure.
Which is like a routing system.
Yeah, I mean, for now, let's finish this logic, and then we are going to work on the design anyway. And when we are working on design, we might do some kind of small tweaks there as well anyway.
Okay.
So actually, this button is the last functional requirement. So
yeah.
We are fairly close to finishing, right? So we have the handle invitation here. Sorry, like this. And we need to do some kind of logic here. And it's actually an event, right? We have an event coming in. And then we, instead of set inviting false, we can say that we are going to just call this, what was it? Handle invitation. And this handle invitation will, one, set this value to false. Two, it's also going to do the end current turn thingy and the share player ID thingy. And the share player ID is going to be e dot value. And I think that's the entire code that we need for this work.
Set and current turn. Okay, and set sharing player ID. Okay, yeah, looks good. Where is the browser? Here is the browser. Okay, so let's start playing. And I need to. Okay, the invite button doesn't do anything.
Okay. Can you end the game and restart it?
Yeah, I can try to like. Let's do different users now.
Oh, I see the problem. Oh, crap. Okay. So the thing is that the event is not on the select because I still had the original solution in mind where the option where the select had their own change event.
Yeah.
And now we actually have our own click event here.
And that doesn't know the play who is the player.
And then the ID, yeah. So we somehow have to look at.
It should probably have an attribute, a name, an ID, whatever. Where is the select? I lost it now.
Here is the select.
So what happens if I scroll? Are we in competition when I'm scrolling?
No, because I'm not following you. You are following me.
Okay. It would be interesting if we had both.
If you are both following each other, let's try what happens then. I'm going to follow to the side. I'm actually following you. I'm not sure why I don't see you.
So now I'm scrolling here. You don't.
It's not scrolling for me.
What if I stop following you and scrolling now?
Now it scrolls for me.
Okay. So it decided that now if I follow you again, now I can see you scrolling. Can you scroll again? Yeah. And then if I scroll now?
It scrolls for me as well.
So now we are in straight competition. Who can scroll faster? Good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's always fun.
Sure. So yeah, we somehow have to handle this. And the way we did it with other features is that we had like a state built in that was handling the whole managing.
So we have the own change. There should be probably, if I can follow the style of React, then this player, this what the value of the current selection should be stored in some not necessarily sticky thing, and then when you click on the button, then we can take it from there, right?
So yeah, and kind of feel like that this is the point where we should factor this thing out into a component, because then that component could store the value and it could have an on invite or on click or no, on submit event. And then that on submit event could be dispatching the player ID. So I need a little short break, but you could do the refactoring while I'm on break.
You are very optimistic, but I can do it. I can try it. I can start it, and then when you come back, you will see
and then we can finish together.
How shall I call it? Invite.js or invite?
No, I think it should be just a player selection, and then it can be a more general thing that.
So this would be here.
Player selector, and then.
So it would be here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like this, more or less, right?
Yeah.
Because that it's still a condition. There's some condition whether showing it or not should be outside.
Exactly.
Right? Okay. I'll try to do something.
Okay, I'll be back.
Okay. So I can talk to myself or not. This thing now works. Let me just try it. Player selector. And this is the whole div that I needs to be there. And I guess this is it. So player selector. It's here, right? And it's called player selector. And it was taken out from here. So we have all these things in the player selector. And then we have this return. I should need something. It should be something that can easily set up a skeleton of this player selector. Player selector. And now this is this whole thing is this. And way too many divs here, so let's remove some of them. And that's okay. So we don't need the card, the game players, the countdown timer, the sticky probably we need, the use state. I don't know if we need. Game players. I'm just talking to myself here.
It's right.
I need to. Okay, so what now? Okay, so we have this player selector here. It's a bit red.
Yeah, I mean, we still need to pass a couple of things, right?
Sorry?
We still need to pass a couple of things.
A few things, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't need the gameplay function. I need the player selector function. And what do we need here? I need the players. The decks we don't need. Set players we don't need. On end game we don't need. On modify game we don't need. Game configuration we don't need, right?
Yeah, we only need an on submit.
On submit.
Now,
but wait a, sorry?
And then what we can do?
But wait a second.
Yeah.
Let me pass this at least. Players equal to players and on submit equal to something.
Yeah, on submit is equal to handle invitation, and handle invitation will actually.
Okay, you go ahead. It's if we both type in the same place at the same time, that's not very.
And I'm just going to modify this to player ID, which will be passed down to us. Okay.
Okay.
And then here, another thing that I want to change is I want to bring this logic back out here. So I'm not gonna pass the player into the player selector who is not being used.
Okay.
Actually, we don't even need to name this because it's not used. Okay. And now this is going to be, oh, you're not following me now.
No, I do.
On submit is going to be passed in here. Oh, actually, no. Actually, it's going to be on submit. And then we have to have that sticky state current card. No, not current
Well,
card.
I haven't changed that yet.
Yeah, so it's selected player ID. Actually, we don't need this to be sticky. We can just use a state here. And then all we have to do is say that the selected player ID will be the one that we submit here.
And should it be a string?
Sorry?
The ID is a string?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
all right, that's the.
Yeah, that's a universal unique identifier.
Yeah.
And one last thing that we need to do is yeah, here in option we need an on change. So on change, and we need a function here that actually we don't even need the value here because oh no, I didn't want to put it here. That's the problem. So the on change needs to be here. And that's it. There is only one problem with this solution. Can you spot it?
You're using the single letter variable. Okay, that's not what you thought. Okay.
Okay, that's not what I was thinking, but yeah, we could stick call it even if that makes you feel better.
Much better, much better, much better.
But there is actually a bug in the code.
Okay, let's switch to the thingy here.
Okay, let's see if you can test the bug out.
So we have two players now, foobar, and start playing. Okay, that's not really the right place where I wanted to start. End game. Okay, let's start with Alice and Bob and start playing, and they're here again. Is that the bug, or that's just because of the caching?
Yep. Because in gameplay, we have the end game. And since we created a new state, we actually have to reset that as well.
Okay, so let me try to do this. So if I end the game, and now I can start with Alice and Bob, start playing, and then well, should this, okay, just a side question, should this now be possible? I mean, I'm not the, okay, I know that's not
it shouldn't be, but we will deal with that later.
Okay, so now I can select Bob and invite, and that button doesn't really work.
Okay. So what's wrong?
Sorry?
So what's wrong? Because the on submit going to be called when we on click, and the on submit is the handle invitation. Okay, let me see if I do console. Does that work?
I'm trying to see what happens now. Modify game, start playing, invite. Well, I don't see any consoling here.
Okay, in that case, let's go to player selector. Let me see if I just do a console log. And like this. Can we check this? Fair to compile.
Yeah, the curly is unexpected, it says, but I can reload it. It still doesn't like it.
Why? Where is, yeah, an invite? Oh, here. Okay. Okay, so it's this curly is, oh, I missed the curly here. That's the problem. Can you refresh now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I can invite. It's still nothing.
You don't see an error message or anything?
It says click and inviting.
Okay, so now.
And then you click on invite again. It says
Don't need that anymore. So now we should actually be looking at gameplay. And we get to inviting. Let's also log the player ID. What happens now if you click invite? Empty string. Oh yeah, the bug I was expecting. Okay, now click on Bob and oh, you need 3 players for trying it in a working state. Okay. Now switch to Cecilia, do invite. And it's undefined. Interesting. I know. In player selector, we set event value. You know what? I'm really not happy with this. So why do we need a state here even? It's so weird.
A state for what? For the value of the current the selected user?
Yeah, I feel like we should be able to directly address that option or select or whatever.
That's what I would do in jQuery.
Yeah, but this is not jQuery, is it? Let's see if we can you look at
console is written a little bit strangely here.
Okay, then I'm like, let you fix it. Okay.
I think I wrote all the letters in the right order now. Yeah.
What do we get if we look at okay, so can we please look at this object?
This one?
Yeah. So this click events is,
we are looking at what on change on the on change. This is an event.
Is there some kind of target?
How do I know it?
Yeah, there is target object.
Target
Current targets.
Type target select. What happened here?
I don't know.
Current target select. Target select.
And if we look at targets, if you go into target, let's look for it in the
Oh, now you are even not enough. Okay, whatever. Okay.
Sorry, I just want to make sure that I can find the thing that I want to. Okay, so there is select targets, and then Come on. Oh,
look, man, no hands. I can program here like this.
yeah. So, yeah, so we have a select here. And then within the target, we should find the value, and the value is there. So maybe if instead of, okay, I don't need your control anymore. Oops, sorry. I accidentally stopped sharing instead of just.
What happened now?
I just stopped the sharing accidentally. Just restart the sharing. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I wanted to stop controlling and give back control, and I accidentally stopped sharing instead.
Zoom is horrible. It has like this. I often click on the disconnect button when I want to share, and close the window when I just want to close the panel. They have.
All right. So anyway, going back here. So here, instead of event, let's try even target value. Okay. Oh, current target. Maybe it's even better. Okay.
So if I change now, it printed this out. And if I click on invite, then it says inviting this person. Still doesn't change the UI, but it says inviting.
I figure it's because I copied this one and forgot to change it to false.
So if I invite now, then we are sort of back here.
Yeah, and it's actually sharing. So we have an active player and the sharing player, just as expected.
Yeah. My screen is too small for these two windows.
Okay. Cool. And now we can also implement the cancel button. So in player selector, I can re-enable this one and then say on cancel. And in gameplay, I can say here on cancel, handle invitation cancel.
And where do we set, where do you decrement the number of invitations?
It's decremented somewhere here. We actually don't need that console log anymore. Use modifier, and then somewhere, yeah, here it's changed here, and now we have to revert that
or move it to the place where the handling for invitation.
Sorry,
where is the? I mean, there is the set players. No, I don't. Where do I see? Where do you see the? Where do you decrement it? In the set players?
Yeah, in the set players, we find the player that we need to modify and modify one field there within the player.
Right, but when do we call this?
When
we
actually,
not in the share. Where is the invite? set inviting true.
There is the user modifier. When
Sorry?
we call the user modifier, then it handles this part. And then for all of the modifiers, it has this common behavior of changing the number of modifiers.
Okay. So maybe in this case it shouldn't.
Yeah, and well, it
So you don't.
should, but we should reverse that change.
Okay.
We should say here like this.
+1.
Sorry?
Did you change it to +1?
I changed it to -1 because
-1. It was because it was a +1. Okay, that is the number of used items. Okay.
exactly. Let's see if that works.
Okay, let's see what's going on now.
Actually, we also have to copy this.
Very red.
Sorry, I still have to add one more line because we forgot to close the. So the set inviting has to go back to false.
Yeah, but it's not.
Okay. So because use modifier was actually receiving.
On console was not passed in.
The player was not passed in. So
Yeah, but it doesn't have on console.
what doesn't have on console?
Line 17.
Oh yeah, maybe it's because we haven't added on console here.
Yeah.
That's one problem.
And we have to pass it in, no?
We have to pass in the player, the current player. And we only have the current player index. Or we could pass in this player. So what we could do is pass in the current player index because we do have the active player index here. And then the on cancel should pass this in. And then I can say index. And okay, now it should work.
So let's see.
Player is not defined. Oh yeah, Oh, come on. Oh, we do need the player here. All right. Now? Oh, and the modifier.
Getting closer, getting closer.
Yeah, it's just the modifier name because yeah.
And this player.
Always, always. So here we had the modifier name specified. Can you go back like here, right? And here that made sense because that was handling multiple different modifiers. But in this specific case, we can just say that we are overriding the modifier invite with invite.
And one left, one red left.
Yeah, still one left. Okay, because here we have this player.
66.
Okay. Why was this? Oh, because this was this player here. And okay. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Yay.
Let's
try it.
So wanted to invite.
Draw a new card because now we are in an invalid state. Okay. And then we can cancel.
Yeah, there is something here, not really.
Yeah, the key prop. We will do something about that in a second.
Cecilia. I invite Cecilia. So wait a second, 40, 42, 42. I click on some number here. Bob, I invite Cecilia, and I get 41. And I click on again, and then I cancel, and nothing happens.
Yep. Looks like it because I cannot code.
That doesn't look good.
Like this.
Okay. Syntax error. Expected some curly braces missing. Or too many semicolons, yeah. So and it's back to 41. So it's a 41 again. Cancel, it's still 41. Okay. Alice, invite. Okay, with not. I click on Cecilia to invite, and now Cecilia is sharing. Invite and invite, and because I didn't make a change, even though Alice was the default, but I didn't make a change, so it's not there.
And that's the bug that I was implying.
Which bug is this? One of them.
The bug I was talking about a couple of minutes ago when I said there is a bug in the code.
Oh, okay. So there were a few others, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there is no code without bugs. So anyway, here is the problem. By default, it's empty string, and unless we change, it remains empty string. So I'm not sure how to solve that. We somehow should force an event there to make sure that we do have a value in that state.
I still prefer having no default selection.
Well, that's an easy fix.
It has just the impact of actually thinking and not just by blindly selecting the first person who's already there.
Okay, let's see what happens if we have please select.
And then we'll have to verify that the value is whatever. So
yeah,
invite. If I now click on Alice and invite, that works. And if I click on invite, and now I click on invite, then it says inviting empty string. So it's 37 now, click, invite, it's 36. So that's not good.
Yeah.
This invite should be, the invite should be disabled if there is that's it. The invite button should be disabled as long as the string is empty there.
So we would have invite.
No, you don't need that.
No, why?
No. It's you just disable the button if this string is empty.
Okay.
If this value, the selected player, is empty. So you say basically this. Where is the invite button? Something like this. This equals to empty and disabled, or whatever the syntax of this is.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if this works. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, but I mean something like that. I mean, how do you disable a button?
Okay, so let's see if we can find that. So React and oh, actually I know. I have an idea because like disabled.
Type disabled. It says disabled, just the
Yeah,
word disabled.
But it could be, it could have values, right? So can you scroll down here in the documentation?
Which document? That's not really documentation, but that's just a W3 school, which.
Yeah. Okay. Then I don't want to go there.
I usually don't go there, but that was the first thing. So.
No, what I mean is I don't want to go there and start bashing on W.
No. We don't. We are not bashing. We are just moving it to another side.
Okay, so I think that it's also a viable option to say that we are going to do.
We just shouldn't put it in quotes, not yeah.
And
okay.
I think that's.
Do we need this disabled thing? I don't think so. Why do you need that?
This is like it used to work like this earlier in HTML, and I kind of hope that it's gonna work. But there is still an error in player selector, and I think I accidentally added a brace there. Okay, let's see what it does now. Okay, now we don't have the invite. And we have the invite. Great. And can you select the okay. I know what's the fix. In player selector, for the first option, can you show the code?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say value equals empty string.
Yeah, and then it will reset it to empty, and then it will disable the button. So now if I go to Alice, it's still invite. If I select, then it's not. And I can cancel anytime.
Yep.
And yeah, okay.
All right, we can remove a couple of
console logs.
Yeah. Is there a way to search everywhere? Yeah.
Search what?
I just wanted to find if there are any remaining console logs that we should get rid of. Yeah.
Control Shift F is in all the files.
Yeah. I just don't want to have unnecessary logging sticking around, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we don't need that either. Okay, and finally index.js. No, we don't need that comment anymore, do we? Okay, it doesn't hurt. Okay.
Okay. What is
Let's
this?
see what we have now. So in theory, we are done with this feature, right?
Alice is now sharing. Yeah, well, okay. So I'll just commit and then.
Okay. It's kind of funny to think that last time I said, oh, let's finish this one last feature so that next time we only have to work on the design.
I've been working on it for an hour and a half now. Yeah,
exactly.
It's a quick feature, quick feature. But you see, get diff. It's only 100 lines of diff. And a lot of those lines are just refactoring or moving things around.
Mm-hmm.
Indentation. So add invite button in.
Mm-hmm.
Oopsie doxy.
All right, so then I'm just gonna look at the Trello board and ceremoniously move the make invite button work task to done. And then let me share screen for a second. So actually I'm going to share this specific window. So these are the things that we have left. Improving the design, fix a bug when player is not player draw card crashes app. Yeah, so we can actually now do this really easily. We can just make the start game disabled, start game button disabled when there are no players at it. That's the, I suggest we do this next. Okay. Because then the add rule summary to page, that's just copy and pasting some copy that's not written yet. So that's like really just a few minutes of work. Improved design is going to be a separate session. And then action cards can be negative if user changes value manually. Yeah, that's another thing that we can quickly fix now. So let's do these two bug fixes in the next half hour. And then what we are left with is improving the design. And then we can do another session where we do synchronization between browsers.
Okay.
So that sounds like 2 more sessions for us.
Mm-hmm.
Because improving the design will probably take us an entire session. So let's do the first bug fix then. I'm gonna give back the screen share.
Okay.
So fixing that bug is fairly simple because all we need to do is go to into app.js. We have the setup, yeah, administration. And then in administration, we have a button that says start playing. And then we have to do the same little trick here that we say disabled equals well, some value, which is for now it's going to be true. And then disabled, otherwise not disabled. And then we just have to figure out how.
But why do you really have to need the disabled equal part? That's because React. I mean,
That's because I'm not sure how we could interpolate just the tag without. I'm pretty sure there is a way to do that.
But that's because React, no?
I'm not sure how it's done in React otherwise, because like what we tried first to just have something like true and disable.
No,
That didn't work.
What I meant is that you just without this without the now with the ternary, because maybe the earlier I mean, we can try it. Okay, let's try this and then we'll remove this and we'll see if this works.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, wait a second. Yeah. Now, if I go, this should be in the.
This should be disabled now. So if you end the game now, then you can start and you cannot start a new game.
I can't start playing. Okay, and if I change it to false, then I should be able, because okay, and if I remove this, then everything is red. Okay, so we need that.
Seems like it.
Sorry?
Seems like it, unfortunately.
Okay, so
I would like it better if we found, maybe someone who knows React better than us can point us in the right direction. But for now, this is actually working, so let's stick with it. So then what we need is a simple validation function. Oh, we were inconsistent.
What is the condition here?
Sorry?
What is even the condition? If there are players?
Yeah, so what we want to check if there are players and that none of the values are negative for the modifier cards. So none of these values.
Because we can make, wait, no. I'm not sure if that's what we want to do. I'm not sure if we want to even have this allow it here. Can we limit it that the user won't be able to?
I don't think we can, because this is a built-in thing, right? So we actually have, if you look at the code.
No, what I mean that if there is an on change here, and if whatever comes in here is a
minus, then we write it back, or I don't know. I mean, for me, the simplest solution seems to be to
make it disabled. Okay,
starting the game playing. So
we need a function that goes over all these fields and returns true, false. No,
is valid game. Oh, I don't know what happened.
it does this. I don't know why it gives me all kind of these replaces things.
Anyway, we just need the isValidGame function here, and we just have to check if everything is valid that we have set up. And for that, we actually, so we do have a players. Where does players come from? It's coming from here. Okay.
Well, players is just the length, not?
Yeah, so basically what we need to return is return players.length larger than 0 for ones.
Let's try this one.
Okay, just wait a second, because I still have a syntax error. Okay, cool.
Okay. Player.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, and then probably.
Oh yeah, because I actually have to turn this around. So it should be disabled when it's
Okay,
not
okay.
valid.
Oh, the other way around. Okay. So
Okay.
now if I add foo,
Yeah, and actually we should have,
if I remove foo, oh, nice.
should we have more than one player? Is it okay if there is only one?
I don't know,
Probably not. Like,
but
it
that's it.
sounds
But that's
like,
going to be an easy fix.
yeah. I wonder if, okay, maybe our stakeholders will tell us later on.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm just going to say one, more than one. So I'm not going to allow single player games. And now it's working.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that was one fix. That fixes one of the two bugs. And the other bug that we have is the number of action cards can be negative. So basically, we want to make sure that the modifiers, the default value for the modifiers is actually not negative, right? In the game configuration.
Yeah, but not here, but in the game administrative thing.
Yeah. So yeah, so basically it's within the game configuration, right? So let me see where we set this. Yeah, so it's in the.
No, this is just a player, and then we have that's not very interesting. There is the other place where we have where we store these values.
This is the administration. This is where we should be updating the values, no?
Right, but where are they? This what we are looking at, line 16, 17. These are just the players. So there is the game something.
Okay, I see how this is.
It's in the app.
So
it's in app.js.
Yeah, but actually
the global setting.
It's being passed in to the administration.
It's called the game.
You're not following me now.
Sorry, no. I jumped somewhere and now it's not following. Okay. Yeah.
So my suggestion is essentially this. We say game configuration dot number of modifiers dot okay, this is going to be funny. Map. First I'm going to just map and modifier count, and I'm going to say that this is true if modifier count is larger or equals to 0, and then I'm going to do a reuse.
There isn't any, no? Or all?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
You could use all. No, instead of the map.
I don't see that in the suggestions, but I'm gonna trust you there. Let's try it.
Red, everything red, looks good.
All is not a function, yeah.
So what is this? All, every, no?
JavaScript in array true. Every.
Okay. So make it every.
Nope. Oh, number of modifiers and every is not a function, so it's not every. Okay. I'm gonna just map. Oh, wait. No. Any item? Generate what type? So if I do every
Dot every, and then you pass it a function.
That's weird. But yeah, because number of modifiers is not an array, it's
an object.
It's an object. So we actually have to take a number of modifiers dot values and call every on that. And I think it's a function call. Okay. Boom. Still not working. Values is not a function. Okay, what object values?
But it's values or keys, not?
There is an object values. Oh.
You need the keys, not the values. Oh, you want to go to all the values, and if all of them are okay.
But that's not how you do values, turns out. The way to do values is a little trickier. So we have to, can you go back to the code?
Well, it says, this is how it says, object.values returns an array of given objects.
Look at line 7 in the example.
Sorry?
Look at line 7 in the example.
It's object.values, and then you give it the object. Okay.
So we actually have to do it like this. Okay, let's see now.
So you can start playing because we have 2 players. And if I type in minus,
it doesn't work.
we can still play. And if I type in XY.
Oh. Why?
But it's not like this. Oh, sorry.
How about we log this just to see what's going on?
Yeah, I would even okay. Semicolon.
We could also log this separately.
What do you see here?
See what's going on.
Links. Sorry?
Wait, no. Why is that 1? That first value is 1, even though it's -1, it actually shows up as 1 there.
Because it's the minimum, and we set it that we can't get less than So because of the age, I'm
people
just
can
guessing.
write 1 there, or minus or negative
You
number.
can write whatever you want, but it's going to be 1.
Weird.
But it's even now. It's 1 even now.
Even weirder.
Is this the same? Is it? So that's the 42. I'm going to 42. I'm going to change to -1. -1. No, this is something.
Oh, I know what's the problem. You were modifying the min singleton, and that is not. Yep.
Okay. Minimum singleton. Okay. Wait, what? What is min singleton? I forgot.
That's the number of minutes for a turn.
Minutes. Okay, that should be also, I mean, checked.
Yeah, we also need to check that, but first let's fix this one. So one thing that we want to do.
Well, no, it works. I mean, -1. No?
Yeah, it does work. Okay.
It works. It's just.
Yeah, but if you write XY. See, so there is still a missing feature there.
Yeah. I know I'm horrible.
Yeah. Have you ever been a tester, maybe?
Not officially, I think.
Okay.
Actually, yes. So my first job, I was for 3 months or 2 months or whatever. It was I was testing the chip that's on the fast Ethernet that was 100 megahertz network card of the DEC company, the digital. You remember DEC, DEC?
Okay.
Also called digital. I worked for them for 3 months on the network card, and I was writing programs to test it. Of course, I didn't test it manually, but I don't think that this comes from there. I just like writing tests, actually. So I like finding bugs in other people's code. That's the one. It's much more fun than finding bugs on my own code.
Okay. So the thing is that there is no built-in way to test for numbers in JavaScript. So I will have to add a function here manually. So I'm just gonna add this function here, is numeric. Actually, I don't even need the minus because we don't allow yeah. And that's it. And then I'm just going to use this function.
And it should also check that it's greater than 0.
No, because I removed so the regular expression doesn't have a negative sign. So,
but 0 can be. But you think that
0 is fine. 0 is fine, I guess.
Okay, because we set the minimums to 1, I think, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I think we can change that to so
okay.
Here we have a minimum of 1, but I think in here the part that actually matters, it's a minimum of 0.
Okay.
Okay. So let's try this code. Okay, let's see what happens if you write a number first, a valid value. Okay, it works. If you try to write a -1.
Something is not writing.
Okay, and if you write text. Okay, it's not allowing anything that's not valid. Great. And it doesn't allow zero on the other hand, right? It doesn't allow floats. Just as expected.
The focusing, it's something it's grabs my focus all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I type in now 1, you see, I have it 1, and now I lost focus.
Interesting.
I type in 2, and I lost focus.
I have.
Because we are setting this one. That's the reason, probably. So if I click and enter, no.
Probably it's.
I don't know what is the focus.
Redrawing. Oh, I know the problem. But the problem is. Well, can you look at the console if there were any errors?
This is the console.
Yeah, but scroll up. Okay, there are a couple of warnings. Can you look at the warnings one by one?
The warnings?
Yeah, the warnings here.
Should I go to the code here?
Yeah, administration players defined but never used. Let's go through these.
Okay. So you drive, right?
Yeah. So it says that players is.
Where are looking at it?
You are not following me, I guess.
I'm following you, but maybe because it wasn't in focus, or I don't know what. Let me check this. No, it stopped following for some reason.
Okay. So it says player, yeah. So this is the thing that we don't need. Okay, that's one arrow down or one warning. Then we have in app.js
line 7.
Okay, don't worry about that. Use state is defined but never used gameplay. We don't need the use state. Okay. Then use sticky state is defined but never used in player selector. We don't need the use sticky state here.
In the use sticky state itself, it says that the use state is.
It's interesting. Use sticky state, it says use state is defined but never used. But that's not true. Or maybe because we said react dot use state.
And the use effect?
Same thing, I guess.
No. Do you see it's being used?
Oh, it's not being used. Yeah, because you used it for an original solution, but then we changed the solution. And now we don't use effect.
So what we have left is React is defined but never used.
Okay.
So now we can remove this one.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
So there's the only
now
one
we have that one.
Prototype is read-only properties should not be added.
But that's not that's just because we are monkey patching the array. We have this utils.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever.
If we want to make that go away, then.
So now if I type something, it's still, the focus is gone. I don't know where it is. Where is it? If I try if I click on tab, I got here. Now I try here, let's say this one. I change this one, focus is gone. This is the next, after pressing tab, that's where I get.
So I guess
here,
it's redrawing those items.
But that's nothing. So I don't know.
That's annoying.
Looks totally random.
Yeah, I mean, it's not random. It's because it's redrawing the whole thing because there is a change.
So React key focus. Key focus.
On
We are not the first one with the problem.
Yeah. Okay, we need to add a unique key for the component. All right. So that means that when we, so what is being redrawn actually? We are in administration and here.
So I think every time I switch, I lose the following. I stop following you. So when I try to be independent, then it says, okay, you want to be independent, be independent. Don't follow her anymore.
Yeah, so maybe if I add a key here. Let's see now.
Much better. Now I lost control because, so as long as, okay, so now I start writing. Okay, that's not good. 3. No, that's not good. The first one, what was it working really? Yeah, so this one works.
We are not checking, we are not making changes there.
Okay, sorry. But here, we might need to add to each one of them, not a key.
Yeah, that's possible. So let's go in.
Try to add to one of them and then see if that fixes.
Okay, and what I'm going to do is, can I do column selection in?
I think you can, but I don't know how. Does it solve the problem?
Yeah, it would make it a whole lot easier to solve the problem.
Let's find it because that's good. VS Code rectangle selection. Shift Alt Control arrow.
Shift Alt Control arrow. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, what happened? Oh yeah, because yeah, that looks much better. Okay.
What did you just do?
I added a key to all of these.
How did you do this?
So should I do it again? Okay, I'm gonna do it again. So what I did was I used that combination that you just said.
The Control Shift Alt arrow.
Yeah, on Mac it's Command Shift, Command Option Shift, and then I can select multiple lines. When I selected multiple lines, then I can.
I don't see the selection here. That's the thing.
Yeah, sorry about it. But it actually now selects everything at once.
Okay.
So all of the lines below have the same selection.
And you copied pasted it.
copy it, jump back at the beginning of the line, paste it, and then I just do jumping around and
select it and remove everything or replace it with a K.
And that's
okay.
That's a really nice solution to this problem.
Yeah. I mean, I do it in VI.
Sorry?
But I do it in Vim.
Okay.
Okay.
By the way, if you like using Vim, have you tried pair coding it with Tmux?
I know that it can be done, but I haven't tried it.
It's a nice solution. Okay, let's look at this if this solve the problem.
Let me refresh.
Just to be sure. And let's focus.
What did I press the D, and then so 2, 3, no 2, 3, D, 2, 3, Q. I have no idea what's going on, but
okay, so when it's not valid, then it's actually deleting the value too.
But it's probably that I'm not sure it's even React doing it. This is, or I don't know what's doing it is. If I type in the minus, that doesn't. So that's. I can type in text, okay. Actually, when I type in like this, that doesn't bother it.
You can type in text without a problem.
Wait a second. So now we are enabled. Now I remove this, it becomes disabled. Now I can type in text and it doesn't change.
Okay.
Maybe because it's all the way incorrect. Now if I type in -1, it's now, and if I type in 2, it's gone. 3, the focus is gone. But if I just have text and I keep typing, I can type with more text. I know I'm just making trouble here.
Okay, so that's annoying. How does modifier configuration work, by the way? Oh, wait, that is actually here. Oh, and I wanted to change this to const equals, just to be consistent. So this is our actual, oh, wait. Okay. So how about I take the key as well and add it here too. Oh, actually, I don't even need to take the key. I can just use the modifier key as a key. Okay. Let's try it like this. Oh, that's
oh, yeah, I know. I'm already was too happy to.
It's still not working. Every single time that we get a redraw. Okay, one more idea.
Are you sure that that's the redraw? Does it do a redraw when I give a number here?
I think so.
The status, the state doesn't change.
Yeah, so my other idea is that if you go back to the code. So what we are doing here is we have this component.
Can we ask, by the way, sorry, can we ask React to print on the console every time it does a redraw?
Yeah, we can do that, but I think I found a problem. So we are defining a component within a component, right? This is the administration component. We are defining this one inside. And my guess is if I move this one out here, because now we are redefining that function every time.
Okay.
And instead, what if we don't redefine that function, but we have it defined once? And I hope that everything is update game modifiers. Yeah, that's kind of a problem. I will have to pass that in this case. We don't need the keys anymore because we don't, but we do need on change and like this. Yeah, and then the key we need to right. Yes, okay, and then it's change, and instead of doing that, I'm just going to do this. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Okay, let's check if this works. Okay, something is still not good because the game configuration, we also have to pass that in. Unfortunately. Or at least the number of modifiers, like this value. Oh, I see the problem. I kind of have a hunch of the problem here. Damn it. Sorry. It's not as simple as I hoped. Okay, let's see. Okay, what happens now?
Okay. 3. Start playing. -3. X. Oh. Okay. It keeps. So I can enter garbage. That's good. And we can't play with this. Okay. 0. Good.
Finally. Okay. So the last thing that we need to actually check for is non-negative number. So we also need to make sure that
The time.
Which was the value here?
It's the minimum single turn, no?
Yeah, so we actually also have to check if this is, well, a non-negative number, and let me just do a bit of formatting here. So this should actually be more than 0. We are not allowed 0, and also is in number. And okay, so now we shouldn't allow creating it when the mean singleton is 0 or negative. Or garbage. But one is
garbage.
Sorry, negative garbage.
Negative garbage.
Okay, and if you type 1, then it's allowed.
Yeah, 1. Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, I think we are done with this feature or bug fix or whatever.
Yeah, good. So where are we now? Git status, git diff, like everything's changed. The console log somewhere. There's no. Okay. Oh, apparently you removed it. The one that was printing the array. Okay. So you removed it. Okay. So what was this?
Yeah, this was bug fixes.
Sorry?
This was
no, it's not only bug fixes, it was verifying the negative numbers.
Yeah, then game configuration validation.
Game configuration validation and bug fixes.
Okay.
Redraw bug fix. Okay. Good.
Great.
I think we can stop for today.
I agree.
Okay.
So for everyone listening, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon.
Exactly. Thank you for it. Okay, and both channels.
Both channels. Yeah, go to my channel as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Cup of code, you know.
We'll see that. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye bye.